think I'm gonna start cutting the beginning. While we waiting on people to.
Mix towel is going right
Oh, over that thing.
there. Yeah.
Oh, well, clearly it's probably a billet hole.
Yep, that's how I feel.
Yeah, well. Alright. We're gonna wait for a few more people to get in here and we'll get started.
We got somebody here who's here.
I don't know, 2 people, but it ain't said yet. So I don't know. Say what up when you come in, so we know you're here.
So we know who we're.
We can address you properly.
So we know who we
Talking to.
telling our business to.
No, we need to tell you to get out of here.
Oh.
It's gonna be saucy today.
Oh, I'm so angry about that.
Oh, there's more slush at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's terrible.
All right, we'll let it sit.
Yeah, we got 4. All right, let's see what we got. Say what up when you come in so we can talk, so we can.
Oh, you can't see in that little corner?
Nah, it's somebody, but I don't know who that is. So we can say what's up, shout you out.
I can't. You know what I be wanting to do?
Well, just hit the mute button.
Yeah.
Hit the, like when you're on thing.
I'm like, I gotta remember to turn all this stuff back up.
What's up, what's up, what's up? See y'all piling in. So y'all seen the header of this video. We're gonna get down to it in a minute. So let me start off by saying I want to thank y'all for tuning in to Tuesday Tales Wednesday edition. We decided to do it today instead of yesterday like our normal Tuesday because of everything that was going on yesterday with the stuff in Minnesota, just some crazy stuff that's been going on lately. So we thought it would be more respectful to
we were
just
feeling a little heavy.
let it breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
Why? So yeah, so we want to let it breathe a little bit, but we don't want to let y'all wait too long before we got down to it. She trying to get this ice out of this can.
You just keep doing what you're doing.
So I don't know if this is the 3rd episode. It's the I don't know.
Let me stop.
No. I think it's a beetle in that window. I think if I can hear it, I hear it. I don't know, but if I hear it again, I'm gonna go decide to try to kill it. So this is episode 3. So if you've been following us on this short journey we've been on, we've been talking about different things that we've been through during the duration of our relationship. So
hey, Sam.
Yeah, it's over there. Here, talk to them while I go do something about this.
Yeah, all right. So we've been talking about different things that we've done in our relationship, and we kind of tried to go all the way back to the beginning and kind of slowly work ourselves forward. So this week we're dealing with the Strip Club Chronicles because it's entertaining. For me, in my first marriage, I was really, really young. I got married at 19 and was married until I was 28. And I always wanted to go to the strip club. Always. Mm-hmm. And he would never take me with him. He would go, but he would never take me. Like, he'd sneak off and go. Like, just would go and wouldn't tell me, and then I wouldn't find out till later, and he didn't want me to go.
So I guess that's the kind of the same situation for me. If y'all listened to last week's episode, I talked about not literally having my first taste of alcohol till I was 26, and that was mainly because I was in a marriage and in a relationship and just in a social situation where it didn't allow for that. So the first time I literally went to a strip club. I actually snuck and went on my 21st. I don't think it was on my birthday, but it was shortly after my 21st birthday. I went to Club Paradise, or was it Solid Gold? Whatever, right on First and National. I went in there and snuck in there and wanted to see what the strip club was all about. And so throughout the early part of my 20s, it was a lot of me sneaking to different strip clubs. It was one on Fond du Lac, which is now like a youth center. I can't even remember what the name of that place was, but it was like the Milwaukee version of the Players Club. Best way for me to explain the vibe in that spot was it's just like Players Club. It's right on Fond du Lac, right as you get on the little breezeway right there. So both of us stargazers. Yeah, good looking, bro. Good looking. Yeah. So it was stargazers. So I was in that piece, boy. Listen, it went down in stargazers. I was sad to see them close. Terrible as that sounds. Hey Gwen. Kay, what up? So was falling off in these different strip clubs. So by the time I got with her, I was kind of a low key stripper connoisseur. Like I knew where it was going down at. So she had, talked to me about her desire to want to go and never being able to go. And I'm like, what kind of nigga got a girl who want to go with him to the strip club? Get out of here, Michelle. What kind of nigga got a girl who want to go with him to the strip club but don't want to take her? That was crazy to me. I want you to get out of here is what I want. Beat it. So I'm like, hey, let's do it. So the first, I don't care about you being grown. Get out of here or I block you. So the first place I decided to take her was we went to On the Border because I figured that was nice.
Mad.
I don't care, be mad, beat it. I figured that was nice and low key for her. It wasn't too crazy. It was a decent place. It was more like a Las Vegas kind of a feel.
Circus.
We called it Circus when we first went there because look at Mark. What's up, bro?
Yeah.
So we called it Circus because if you ever been to On the Border, they got like 3 different stages all throughout the club, and so it's always something going on. So when she went in, it was like culture shock for her, like all of these strippers dancing on all these different stages. It was just a lot going on, and she was like, it's like being at the circus. And so we started calling it Circus after that.
And this is not like booty shaking strip club. It's like exotic dancing.
Absolutely.
It's very there's an art to it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more of them, like pole work is very important there, and they do like stuff that you would literally see if you would go to the circus. You know how they put the girls on the rings and pull them up in the air?
Mm-hmm.
That's the type of stuff that they was doing.
Yeah, so it was it was interesting. So here's so we go and we're in there, and of course I believe this was in the time that we were still ducked off, or was it?
Yes.
Yeah. So we in there, low key, but we sitting at the stage.
Low key, but we sitting at the stage.
That's what. Yeah. So we low key, we sitting at the stage. What's up, sis? So we sitting at the stage, and they dancing, and I believe one of the dancers like crawled across her like lap front area, right? And so I'm watching this, and she made like this look on her face, and I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't like a look of disgust. It was more like she
enlightenment.
Like she got lost in the moment for like a split second, and then she had to catch herself. Like, I'm not supposed to look like.
I lived a very sheltered life. So, like I was saying in the beginning, I got married when I was 19. And so I had to be, maybe 27?
Yeah.
About 27 when we snuck off and was going to strip club. And I don't know. It was like this whole world that I didn't know about. I think I was one of those kids that probably should have went off to college so that I could
definitely
explore and experience and figure out who I was, because I didn't know who I was at 27 raising 2 kids.
And that's kind of why we encourage our kids to go away to college and get that college experience, because neither one of us was afforded that opportunity. We missed out
right from being kids to raising kids.
Yeah, so that's why once we got together in our mid to late 20s, we was wilding. We was wilding. We was doing anything that we thought we wanted to do, anything that was exciting, anything that was taboo, we was doing it. So we go to On the Border. Oh, Lord. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that.
So somebody in jail.
That's my sister, Shonda.
Oh, no.
So we go to On the Border. We go there, and like we had a great time, but we was hooked. First time going out, we was hooked. So now,
and this must have been right after. So if you listened last week, we had a Friday spot that we would go to in Racine all the time.
Roses.
So once he ruined that, and we couldn't go back for a while until they forgot what he looked like, we started exploring the strip club.
Yeah.
On the weekend.
So we was going, like, it was every Friday we was going to Rosie's. So
Saturday. Oh, Friday was Rosie's.
We was going to Rosie's. So now
strip club.
We was going to strip clubs. So
Tuesday.
I think we started like doing tours throughout the city. And so we went to I believe it was Solid Golds at the time. It's right
over there on the south
side? On First and National.
Yes.
Solid Golds or Club Paradise, one of the two. It's the same building, same club, but it's been 2 different names. So we go there, and we in there, and this now we starting to see a little bit of diversity in the dancers. So we go there, and
no, I'm listening.
yeah. So we go there, and it's a bunch of different dancers. Hey, Real.
Hey, Real.
So it's a bunch of different dancers in there, and they range from black to white, Puerto Rican. It's a bunch of different dancers, but it was this one chick in there. I wanna say we started calling her Sarah Plain and Tall.
Yes.
So
because it was like when you see her, you like she gon' dance.
Like her G-string was loose. Like she Sarah
looked like she was supposed to be in class.
Yeah, so
somewhere. She just didn't look like a dancer.
We there, and we sitting at the bar, and she gets us. So we start calling her Sarah Plain Tall. And if you don't know what that is, that's a Simpsons joke. So all my Simpsons fans will know about Sarah Plain Tall. So that's what we started calling her. So she, I'm like, I couldn't really see what it was aesthetically that she had to offer.
And this is why she's just walking around. She's not on stage.
She's walking around.
We're just seeing her.
So I couldn't see what aesthetically she had to offer to this stripper experience that everybody that was here at Solid Gold was looking for. So finally, they call her to the stage. You got the DJ with the voice. They call her to the stage. And so she gets up there and she starts dancing. And it is the worst. Like, I don't know if this was her first night. I'm not sure. I don't know what her goal was, but this clearly wasn't it. So she dancing. The dancing is terrible. She was of the Caucasian persuasion, so it was hard for her to catch the beat. She couldn't really grasp it. She was like a half a beat behind. And so we watching, but we feel sorry for her because,
right. I can't dance.
That's why I felt sorry for her because I know,
But I'm also not dancing for tips.
This is true. Well, sometimes.
But Somebody like it.
Somebody like it. You got that right. So she up there dancing, and I feel sorry because I know that people trying to pay tuition or take care of their families or whatever.
If
you never know.
Here, you're usually in here for a reason.
Yeah.
It's not like stripping is usually not your first. Like I'm just in here to strip because I love to dance.
So, so I go and tip her. My wife goes and tip her, who's my girlfriend at the time. She goes and tip her, but it's a group of rowdy N-words.
Negroes.
It's a group of them, and they rowdy.
They partying.
They partying. So like all the other dancers, they making it rain, throwing money. No lie, this girl is up there dancing. These dudes start taking out quarters and pennies out of their pocket and throwing it at the girl, throwing the change at her, and she up there devastated. She's still trying to dance and finish her song. So bad. Cause she couldn't, like, you could tell she wanted to run off.
I wanted her to run off.
She wanted to run off.
Save yourself, girl.
She didn't. She had these. She had her glasses on.
I don't think
she looked like somebody's second grade teacher, but like, nah. She looked like somebody's second grade tutor. Like if you went and got like a sophomore, to tutor your second grader, this is what she looked like. So she literally up there dancing, and they throwing quarters and pennies at her, and it was the most like
you can hear the change hitting the stage.
Oh my God! And so, a little side note, I don't know if y'all, it was a cartoon show called Little Bush that we got into when we I think right before we moved in together, or when we both had our own house. It was called Little Bush, and there was a character on there who I think was
Cheney.
Was it Cheney?
I want to say it was Lil Cheney.
I think it was Lil Cheney. And Condoleezza Rice was dancing. She was stripping, and he was like, "Make it rain, I make it hell." And he started throwing change, and so that reminded us of this situation. And so every time we talk about it, that's what we say: "Make it hell, And he was throwing the change, but they was throwing change at this girl. So I think we went back there a couple more times, but it didn't fit. It didn't fit. It wasn't what we was looking for.
Like when you watch the Players Club, like this isn't the experience that I was expecting to have.
Nah.
There was no diamond.
No, absolutely wasn't no diamond. Wasn't no diamond. But we found one, but it wasn't no diamond there. So I think so the next place we tried, so we done seen the upper scale strip club.
It was a rough crowd, Montre.
Yeah. Yeah, they was throwing change, bro. It was crazy. It was
bad.
So we went to the upper scale Circus. That didn't fit. So we went to Solid Gold, Paradise, whichever one it was. That didn't quite fit. So we must need hood. We need the hood. We need to find out where the hood at. Where the twerkers, where they at. So I'm like, got it. Let's go to the Cheetah Club. I had never been inside the Cheetah Club, but I know the Cheetah Club is on 35th and right off Silver Spring. It don't get no more hood than that. So we like, okay, we going to the Cheetah Club. So we get dressed to impress, and we roll up to the Cheetah Club. So I don't know if y'all been to the Cheetah Club or
has anyone been to the Cheetah Club?
Anybody been there? Give her a concussion. That's funny. Y'all made it sparkle. That's sprinkle. Sorry, y'all. I'm dyslexic. If you didn't know, it's a real thing. Big mistake, bro. Square. I swear to God.
Cheetah
so
Club.
Listen, we go to the Cheetah Club.
This is what circa 2007. 2006, 2007,
somewhere in there. So we go. We dressed because when we go out, we was dressed into the nines. So we looking good, smelling good, feeling good. Got a pocket full of money to throw, and we go into the Cheetah Club. Now, first of all, when we go in there was an odor It was an odor, and it didn't really smell, but it just it. If you ever been to a basement party, you know what smell I'm talking about. It smelled like old clothes and plastic bags, and like old bounce sheets. That's what it smelled
Old bounce
like. That's what it smelled like. Like somebody's basement. That's what it smelled like. So
you're not lying, Montre. They absolutely have pregnant strippers.
So listen.
Continue.
So we go in there, and
Kelly.
So we go. Yeah, absolutely, mildew. Yeah, smell like Madison locker room in there.
Mothballs.
So
we got it.
So no, it wasn't Badissi. It didn't smell like that. It just smelled like
old.
It smelled old. It smelled like a nursing home with strippers in it. Like that's what it smelled like. It smelled like strippers and like white diamonds. Like that. That's what it smelled like. I can't really explain it, but
I'm not picking you up.
We go in there and like I said, we dressed to the nines, but it looked like
there was carpet on the walls. The walls were carpeted. That was the first thing that I noticed. And then
there was carpet on the walls, but none on the floor.
But you know what? We own strip club tour, so we gonna stay and check it out. Might be a gym.
So we go up to the bar.
Vintage vibes. Absolutely.
So we go up to the bar, and so we used to go and you take large sums of money, and go to the bar and give them the large sums of money. Then they break the large sum of money down to smaller sums of money so that you can tip the strippers. So shut up, Rocco.
You want me to pick him up? I'm not
So we go up and try to do that. They like, oh no, you got to get your own channel. Or I think the hundreds was too big, so we end up having to leave, go to the gas station, break the hundreds down to smaller increments to go back and get singles for like 20s or something like that. So that's when we should have left then. So we get there. Oh my God, you just want to be involved. Look at this punk.
Y'all up here doing something without him.
So now the other one gonna get jealous too.
No, I'm gonna put him right there.
So we go back. That's what we should have left, but we stay. And so we there. And so I guess the owner had, now this is the middle of summertime. It's the middle of the summer.
Yeah.
So the owner is in there. He got on a Christmas sweater, and like his stomach was like way out here in this Christmas sweater. So he's white, and he's, you know how some people have that sheen on them that looks like they always sweating, but just enough to make them look wet, like salty, gross. And he just looked nasty. His hair, it was gross. So we there. So the the strippers is walking around. Nobody's really up. They had a nasty, dirty cheetah. It was like one of those teddy bears that you get your girl for Valentine's Day, and it was a cheetah. It was sitting on the front of the stage. Bro, I swear it was. And it was sitting on the front of the stage, and it was filthy. It looked like Black Panther, but it was a cheetah. It looked like a leopard. That's what it looked like, but it was disgusting, nasty. So the strippers are dancing. They just walking around. They drinking and smoking Marlboro Lights.
Somebody had.
Nope. Don't even do it yet. Don't even do it yet. Don't even do it yet. So they they walking around. They dressed in like regular nightwear. Like, it's not like sexy lingerie that you buy when you think about going to strip. It was like, I'm going to smash this nigga at the Comfort Inn and Suites this weekend. Let me pick up a bra and panty set from Walmart. That's how they was dressed. But it was this one girl, like, at first, they wasn't dancing on the stage. They were just walking around, drinking shots of whatever, cheap liquor they had in there. That's another thing, that they didn't have any good liquor. It was all bottom shelf. They had like,
if it was brandy, it said brandy. If it was vodka, it said vodka.
Jugs with 3 X's on it. It was terrible. So the first time we seen somebody on stage, so there was a girl that was in here, and she's walking around. She got her little Walmart set on, and she is walking around with this filthy Sesame Street blanket on. And she got it draped over her like this.
Like she cold.
Like she walking around and she's smoking her Marlboro Lights or Cools or whatever they were smoking at the time. Cool Filter Kings. So she got this blanket on, and I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, she probably cold, even though it's hot as hell in here. The walls are made of carpet. She got on her DSW kitten heels and this Walmart fit, so she probably a little chilly. I get it. So they call her up to the stage. Now she the first girl that's finna dance on the stage. So I'm like, okay, maybe she gonna put the blanket down so she can go do her little performance, and we'll get something out of this trip. Cause at this point, it's just not working out for her. So literally, she go and she got the blanket on. So she didn't take the blanket off as she was approaching the stage. So I'm like, okay, well maybe she gonna take it off and put it on the side of the stage before she go up there. Nah, bro. She walked on the stage with the blanket over her, with the lazy, like, have your mama ever came in your room and wanted you to do her a favor? Like that slow little lazy walk that they be doing when they need that. That's how she walked up there. So it was no enthusiasm to what she was doing. But she got this dirty Sesame Street blanket on. And so she get up there. So she do her little, they wipe the pole down with the little towel. And she didn't do no pole work. So I don't know why she wiped the pole down. She took the blanket off of her shoulders, fopped it, and laid it on the stage. She fopped the blanket, laid it down on the stage, and then got down on her knees and let the blanket create some type of motion between her and the ground so she could do this little windy thing. And I think that was the point where we got up and left, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I think that was it.
It was past time to go.
I think that was it. So, I think that was the worst strip club we went to.
Absolutely.
I've been to Tommy's, but she didn't go to Tommy's. I've been to Tommy's, so it's a toss up. What's up, Trav? So,
Tommy's was bad too?
Oh man, Tommy's was like going to some nigga's crib. Anybody been to Tommy's when it was on 70, 76? Yeah, Tommy's was like you going to your nigga's crib and they got some hoes coming over. That's what Tommy's was like.
Horrible.
Yeah. I would have fell out the chair. Listen, it was bad. It was bad. Tommy's was horrible. See?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tommy's was bad. Tommy's was like going to the folks' house. So we went there. That was terrible. So I think we did a couple of more. We went to one spot, that one place off of off the expressway over there. I can't think of it. Right off of 94.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You can see it from the freeway.
Yeah, I can't think of it. Encore. We went to Encore. We went to Heartbreakers. We went to a couple of more, but okay. So those is the ones that
yeah,
under the bridge. Yeah. Oh, Mars, let me find out you want to go to the club. Encore, see here, but y'all like strippers. I see y'all out here. So those are the ones we went to, but none of them felt home to us. So we like, okay, where we gonna go? We want to go somewhere that ain't too. Look at the happiness on her face. We want to go somewhere that ain't too hood, but we want to go somewhere that ain't too classy. We testing our strip clubs like Goldilocks. We trying to find
the
perfect fit. So we go to Ricky's on State. Say the whole thing like this. So we go to Ricky's on State, and so first time we go is we walk in.
It's a weeknight.
It's a weeknight. This is when they just redid it. Yeah, just like Goldilocks. So they had just redid it, so it was fresh. It was a lot of the complaints that people was having prior to that cracking. Mars, let me find out, Mars. So a lot of the complaints that people was having about Ricky's.
Because you look them up.
Yeah.
We would Google and see what other people had to say about it. But, I mean, we had seen the Elmo cover, so it couldn't get much worse than that.
Nope.
So, just happened to go down to Ricky's on State and give it a shot.
What was your first impressions of Ricky's?
Oh, yeah. This the one. It was a weeknight, so we could sit right at the stage.
We were still rookies at all of this, and we didn't know that the people who sit at the stage is dummies.
Spend the most money.
We was spending money like it.
Care.
We was spending money like that anyway. Yep, stripper review.
Absolutely.
We got it. So,
the music was on it. I like the DJ.
The bartender was dope.
Absolutely.
You had the Alabama Slammer.
The old man would make it for me all the time.
Yeah. So we in there and like it's hitting all of the points we want from our strip club that we frequent.
It's the ones that look the way that you want them to look.
Yeah, and so we get into the dancers. So the dancers is nice. They nice. Y'all hear the T on nice on the end of that. They have a dope DJ.
Yep, he looked like Kane though. From
did.
WWE. His voice was amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage.
Yeah, yep. He was great.
I die trying to do that.
I see.
I'm gonna die right now.
Yep, but he was great. It was awesome.
He looked just like Kane. Cracking. Oh
yeah, all the time.
So we go in there and they got the dancers, some
And I mean,
dancers.
It's a weeknight.
It's a weeknight.
And they was nice.
And so we still kind of, I guess we're not really filling each other out, but we still finding out where the limits are.
Establishing boundaries.
Right, establishing boundaries with one another. So there's some really nice looking women in here. And like, she never, even now to this day, she don't have a problem with me looking or complimenting or
show me.
Right. Or engaging people.
No.
She don't have a problem with that. So, but it was this one chick. She had on the lightning blue. You remember?
She walked out the back.
She walked out the back. And I seen her. This chick was so bad.
He's like, oh. It's her club.
She was so bad.
She the one.
That I didn't even want to say nothing at first. So I'm like side-eyeing her. And I don't, listen, if you know anything about me, you know that I am, how to put this and be politically correct.
What are you?
I am a fan of the lighter gal. Not to say that I have problem with dark-skinned women. I don't. I think they are gorgeous too. But I am a very, hey, that's my son. We're going to have to go to his spot too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But she was dark-skinned. But she was bad. She was bad. Like, bad. So I see her. And she walk out the back, and I'm peeping her. I didn't say nothing. And I think she said something first. I think you said something first.
Probably.
And then I was like, all right, it's okay. Yes. So her name was Dream. And so Dream was like Diamond. She was like the Diamond of Ricky's.
She was the diamond of this club, but
yeah,
Diamond ain't had nothing on Drake.
No. Dream was cold. Dream was cold. So we go and we started to go to
this becomes the regular spot.
And she
That's right, Gwen. That's right.
I don't know what happened here.
She was dark, but she was bad, is what you said.
I didn't mean that, and I'm sorry.
She was dark and she was bad.
And that's what I meant. I'm sorry. I would never do that. Y'all know better than that. You should, but anyway. Blame it on...
no, we're not going to blame that.
Remy Martin. You see I'm sweating already. So we found our spot.
This is it.
We found our spot. So we going to Ricky's
a couple times a week.
2 or 3 times a week. And we spending money every single time we go. So like we would go on nights where it was dead and it was just us and the girls in there. We were going there on nights it was packed. And shut up. We were going there. We were going there on nights it was packed, and we'd have to throw money with the big dogs. But we was always in there to the point where we knew.
We finally learned not to sit at the stage.
Right. So we would sit at the back on the back side of the bar. And one thing I hate about strip clubs, and I don't come to me after you done dancing and ask me,
did you like my dance?
What if I say no? If I was like, nah, I hate it. You was trash. If that move you did was trash. Like, what? Then what? You just gotta keep stuffing money. If I wanted to tip you, I would come to the bar and tip you. I mean, come to the stage and tip you. But it's neither here nor there. So
maybe you shy.
Well, if I'm shy, I don't need you coming up to me. You're not gonna give me no book.
Well, you shouldn't be in here. Well, if you shy, if you in here shy, sitting on the back side of the bar, and you're not tipping,
I'm tipping who I want to tip. See, look.
Do you like my dance?
Women's rights. I'll be like, no. See. Do they still be expecting bread, or do they move on? Oh, we should. The strip club in New York.
Yeah, we're gonna get there.
Yeah. Okay. So. So we go in there. Like I said, 2 or 3 times a week. We get to know all of the dancers, who cold, who not, who friendly, who not, what drama going on, who don't like who, and so.
And I get to know the girls like personally. Like they come sit next to me in between they sets. We watch their drinks while they dance. We talk about their kids, their day jobs. I have one friend that worked at a bank during the day.
Goldie.
She had some 3rd graders and some little elementary kids, and we talk about them.
Are we gonna talk about Goldie all the way?
We can talk about whatever. I don't care.
You don't tell them about it?
No, shoot, you just told me about it. I was partying, living my best life.
So, what there? So there, I should make Jordan come get his son.
No, he all right. He want to be a baby.
So. There was this dancer named Goldie. Goldie is stripper. She cold. Her pole work was second to none.
Oh yeah.
Her pole work was second to none. She ended up being really cool with us. Like she would come and like sit in our laps and like hang out. Like she said, talk about everyday normal stuff. Like sit and talk about everyday normal stuff, like her kids and what school they go to, just like normal stuff. So it's this one day we in there, and I don't even know how this happened, but
we was drinking.
You rotten.
We was partying.
You rotten. So we drinking. Yeah, she used to drink Alabama Slammers, and I was drinking Incredible Hawks at the time. So Goldie is sitting. We actually at the stage because it was a dead night. So Goldie is dancing, and she like literally stopped dancing and just kind of come laid in her lap, and we just talking. We talking for like 10 minutes, and so after her set is over, we sitting there, and she goes like this. Do it again. She goes like this. she had her hands down this woman's G-string the entire time, playing in her figgy pudding, and then put it in my face.
I was drunk.
And it was the sweetest taboo. It wasn't bad. I'm glad it wasn't, because that would have been a bad situation. But yeah. But this kind of stuff happened all the time there. Like, she bought me a lap. Gwen, I'm telling it. Listen, it went down. It went down. Dream gave me a dance one time. She paid for it, and like she tried to swallow my whole hand. But we was having a ball, and so we got to know them so good that yeah. So we got to know them so good that we like, you know what we should do? We should throw a hotel party and hire the girls from look at Toy. And hire the girls from the club to come dance at the hotel party. So we got together like I want to say 4 or 5 couples that we know, and we was doing this hotel party. So we it wasn't booty fingers. No, she didn't. Why are you patting that dog like a baby? He's spoiled. He rotten. That's why he on
running
the floor
around
doing
here wanting
that.
somebody to pick him up.
What up, Toy?
He's spoiled.
So, we
Toya.
we throwing this little shindig at the hotel. We get like 4 or 5 couples together. Residents in downtown. Yeah. And so we are in contact with Goldie, and she got the girls together.
And we were going to throw it a little earlier, so that they would be able to come, do our party right quick,
and then get to the
still
club.
Be able to get to the club, because I want to say it was a Saturday. So we ain't want to mess up that money.
We get there, we get the place all set up, we get enough singles for everybody that can cash out with us, so they can, spend with the strippers or whatever. And at the last minute, well, not the last minute, early in the day, she called and was like, "Oh, we can't make it. This, that, and the other thing is going on, and we're not gonna be able to make it." So I'm like, "Dang!"
But
so
now we having this party, but we gotta find some dancers.
So now we gotta find dancers for this party. It's
already
it's happening.
On Saturday.
So I'm like, okay, boom, let's go to Craigslist. So go to Craigslist. We go. This is when Craigslist let you do these type of things. They don't do that anymore. So, we go on Craigslist and we look up. I can't remember what it was like. Whatever.
That don't matter.
Entertainment, exotic. I don't know.
Get to where you going.
So we look up. We trying to find dancers. So we calling people. Can't make it. So finally we find 2 dancers for a decent price. They just, they want us to tip them the decent price, and they can make it. So I'm like, cool. This is where we at. This is the address. When y'all get downstairs, call me so I can come and get y'all and bring y'all up to the spot. Back page. This is pre-back page.
Pre-back page.
So we get we go downstairs and we waiting for them to pull up. We got guests in the room. These couples, we all talking and drinking and having a good time.
Eating.
And so I get a call. She like, all right, we just parked in the parking lot, and I'm walking across right now. I'm like, cool. I'm gonna look so I can make sure y'all make it over here safe. And so like out of the shadows of the parking garage, it's like this woman who was like 360 pounds walking towards us, and I'm on the phone with her, with the person. I'm like, okay. She like, oh, is that y'all standing over there? And I'm like, yeah. So I wave. I'm like, please God, don't raise your hand. Please God. Then she raise her hand and wave. I'm like, oh God, I got these people in this room. They expecting to see. I done bragged about the strippers that we were supposed to have because I know them. I swear to God, listen. That's it. She was standing next to me, so she walking over. I'm like, oh, and I'm not a rude person.
We standing
Anybody
in the
know
door
me?
at the
I'm
lobby
like,
smiling so
hey,
she can see us.
Hey, oh, I'm so glad you could make it. And I'm telling her like, oh my God, I think that's her. So she walk up. Nah.
Yep.
So she walk up, shake my hand, and she was like, my name is such and such and so and so, whatever. I was like, I talked to you on the phone. She like,
talking to?
she was like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay. She was like, I know what you're thinking. I'm not the dancer. I'm like, oh, thank God. In my brain. She like, the girls in the car, they coming right now. Y'all got a place for us to get ready. So like, yeah. So we get her. She got two young chicks with her. So we take them up to the room, and I would have fake tripped. But I wanted to. So we take them up to the room. They get ready. We got everybody in the room. They come out, and they doing a good job. They, reasonably attractive. The bigger lady was like they house mom or whatever. She was making sure that their money was straight. Whenever we needed to cash out for singles, she would do that. She was making sure they was good. So they danced. So I think they did like maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 songs.
The first part,
yeah,
first round.
First round. So they killing it. They dancing. We having a good time partying.
Absolutely.
So my wife is like, girl, I know those heels is killing you. You don't have to stay in them if you don't want to. Reasonably attractive. I don't get myself in all kind of stuff. So she like, girl, I know those heels is uncomfortable. You don't have to stay in them if you don't want to. You can take them off. Now, what she means is you can take your heels off and dance in your bare feet. It's cool. We're not really here for the aesthetics of, heels. What you're doing, you can take them off.
But keep in mind that we are still partying. We are still eating. We are still drinking. We are in this. We got we in this room. It's 5 couples. We having a ball.
Okay, you want to talk about what happened?
Just keep going.
She won't even let me eat. Y'all see this? So, I'll turn this camera off right now. Like, we out of here. So that's what she meant. Like, you can take the heels off that show. So she like, cool. Girl goes back in the room, and she comes out without her heels on.
Yeah.
But she got on tube socks. Like the kind you play in varsity football. Like with the 3 stripes all the way up to the knee. Cotton white. Now she still got her little dancer outfit on, but she got these tube socks on. So when she come out, like the room, you heard the expression, a hush fell over the room. Like that's literally what happened. Like she came out in them tube socks, and she was already a smaller girl, and she got these tube socks on. So we like, whatever. We partying. They here for entertainment. Yes, tube socks. So she started dancing.
Oh yeah.
And she working it in these tube socks.
Going down in these tube socks.
She got a little
the soccer sock.
Yes, absolutely. She got a little overzealous though because there was a lamp post in the room.
A standing
lamp, like the kind you buy at Walmart. And she started like dancing on this pole.
Pole dancing on the lamp.
I can't really call it pole dancing because that's a different type of thing. Like when you pole dance, you get on the pole and then you do stuff on the pole. Lamp work is a little bit different. Lamp work is a little different because that lamp gonna give. And she tried to do a move and that lamp went over. The lamp fell. She fell. And we all just sitting in the room. By this time, we
dying.
lit. Everybody laughing. the stripper laughing, the stripper mom laughing, the stripper partner laughing, we all laughing.
We had a ball.
They walked away with so much bread that night because we kept just
slipping out to the ATM, getting more money.
We
from
get more. Everybody going to get more money. We giving her the money. She giving us the singles that we just threw at them back to us. We throwing it again. They left with so much bread, but we had a good time. So finally, after hours, they did a great job. Came through in the clutch. Everybody had a great time. So the after party, we all hanging out. Then slowly but surely, different couples started leaving.
Down.
So it gets down to us and another couple of friends of ours.
Another couple.
Yeah. And so they like, y'all want to go smoke some weed? We like, yeah. So we'll go to our car. So we all walking down to the car. They parked in the parking structure. We at the hotel. We got the room, so we ain't got to go nowhere. So we get in the car. They sitting in the front. We sitting in the back. So the dude was like, y'all ever smoke out a bowl before? I'm like, nah, G, we
I don't know
like,
nothing
I
about
literally
nothing,
just
okay?
learned how to roll my own blunt, bro. I don't. So we brand new. So he like, oh man, it ain't nothing. It's just like smoking crack. Sir. What? First of all,
Hold up.
go ahead.
I don't know how to smoke crack. So now I'm sitting in the back seat looking around to see who do, so that they can show me. But now I'm not sure if I should smoke this weed because this weed might have crack in it. It's just like smoking crack.
Just like smoking crack.
I've never smoked crack, sir. I'm sorry.
So yeah, so that was the
Absolutely, that escalated quickly.
bro, so fast. Like what?
We sit in the back seat like
We looking at it like we don't want to totally seem like noobs or nothing. Like
these was our friends.
these is our people. Like
I didn't know they knew how to smoke crack.
it's just like smoking crack. What?
It was hilarious.
So
After we got out.
so we talked about that for a long time. So that was the hotel party we attended. That was our first experience at throwing parties, which in later episodes y'all get to understand how valuable that experience was in throwing parties, because it went from being very small to being very, very big. So
We're gonna get her permission and we're gonna cover the parties.
Who? Yeah. Well, we don't really need our permission,
Well,
but I let her know
I'd like to get
ahead of
credit.
time. Sure. So yeah, so that was us doing our own strip club thing. So, but nothing was like Ricky's. So, I think the last story I want to talk about is the time I overdosed on.
Oh. So we back at Ricky's now, hanging out.
All right. Well, it starts. This starts earlier. So I was working.
Knows our name.
This is why I say no to drugs. This is why I used to say no to drugs. So PSA. So I'm working. I'm managing a Foot Locker, right? Mm-hmm. And so I keep hearing everybody talk about ecstasy.
The young kids.
Well, I was still relatively young then too. So they talking about ecstasy and how dope it is and how it makes you feel and all the things you can do on ecstasy. I'm like, but you got to remember, I didn't do none of this. I didn't do drugs. I didn't do drinking. I didn't do any of this. I was a church boy. This is what I was. So I didn't know nothing about this. But I'm free. I just got my freedom. I'm in the middle of this divorce.
Yeah, we had our own places then.
I had my own crib. I had my own crib. She had her own house. I'm living. I'm doing all the things that I wish I could have did. So they telling me about this ecstasy. So I'm like, cool. So I got this young girl who works for me, and she is telling me about it. Vita.
I was just gonna ask you if it was Vita.
Yeah, V. So, so she like, all right. I'm like, I need that. I want to try it. She like, all right, I'm gonna bring you one tomorrow. And so she telling me how to take it, what to do,
what not to do.
So what not to do. So she brings me this pill, and it's called a white naked lady. It's the name of the pill. And so let's just say you were curious. Absolutely. So she brings me this pill the next day. I'm like, cool. I hold it. So right before I leave work, because I know we going to the strip club later that night, I'm gonna take it right before I leave work. So I leave work, I take it. So time goes by, I get off work, I go home and shower, change my clothes, I go pick her up. Nothing is really happening. And
you get to the club.
I get to the club and I'm like, I wasted my money. I'm very frugal and I don't like wasting bread. So I'm sitting there and I'm tripping and I'm talking to her about it. Dream walks up.
Right.
And she overhears the conversation that we having, and she was like, "Oh, she probably gave you a dud. I got something in the back for you. Let me go get it, and then you'll be straight." So she walks in the back of the strip house to what I presume to be her locker, and gets a double stack. Did you drink lots of water all day? I don't remember. I should. I wish. No. Probably not. So she brings me back what's called a double stack. So what that is 2 pills. Like it's the volume of 2 pills. So she gives it to me. Now she tells me, she gives me the same rundown. Break it, take it, you'll be straight. I'm young and dumb. Let's start there. I'm young and dumb. So I take the whole thing.
That's right, Nurse D. Keep listening.
So I take the whole thing. And so if you don't know anything about ecstasy, it allows you, yes. So I got a equivalent of 3 pills in me right now.
3 ecstasy pills.
So if you don't know anything about ecstasy, it allows you to drink way more than what you would normally be able to drink. And I'm drinking Incredible Hulks. Throwing them back. Boom, 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 boom. Like letting them go. So
he took the one that he got earlier in the day. He took a double stack that he got from the dancer. So now there's 3 total.
3. So I'm sitting there, we talking, and like I start feeling myself.
Oh, just wait.
Bro,
there's more story.
But wait, there's more. So I'm feeling myself, like I'm like rubbing her jeans, and like the feeling of the fabric in the palm of my hand is like, it's driving me crazy. I'm like, oh, I gotta get out of here. I'm ready. So we settle out our tab, say bye to Dream and them, you know, throw the rest of the little money we had, because we would go and get money and just stack it right there. Because by this time, it wasn't really about the strip club atmosphere. More so, it was where we hung out at. So yeah. We'd sit there and talk and have regular conversations with them or with each other. And as they walk around, we just grab money and give it to them. So, yeah, that's exactly what happened. So, he like Terry Crews, bro. I wasn't though. Listen, so I'm feeling myself. I'm wasted. So she jumps in the car, drive back to my apartment. We get back to my apartment. I got my little computer set up. I go on there. I put on some Frankie Beverly. I got the mood going. And so, you know, we look at the smug. I just want y'all to look at the smug look on her face. I want y'all to see the smug look.
She ain't taking no extra.
She didn't take none. So
No thank you.
So we got the vibe going, and so we get into it. Like we don't get into it. We start to try to get into it. So I go, I'm doing my thing. She laid back. All right, I'm gonna take care of you. And like on normal occasions, like I'm ready. If I'm not ready, taking care of her would get me ready. I'm ready to go. But something ain't right. All right. This has never happened to me before. So, all right. So I'm like down there forever. Like literally forever. So she like, what's wrong? So I'm like, something ain't right. It's my plumbing ain't working correctly. So she like, that's all right. Supportive. Sometimes, women are supportive. And luckily this wasn't like our first time. So she knew like how I got down. So it wasn't like this was right out the gate. That's how I felt. Whoever just left that angry face, that's how I felt. So she like, let me try. So she, doing her thing. Noodle. Don't ever do that again. If you ever do, I'll divorce you tomorrow. Don't you ever do that again.
Sorry.
Noodle. I'm noodle. It's like she looked like she was eating spaghetti, bro. It's terrible. Oh my God, I'm so mad. So she tried, like, she would have got lockjaw. Marvell, I think Marvell was at the party. I think Marvell was there.
I don't know. Did Marvell?
Marvell was y'all at the hotel party we threw with the stripper with the socks.
Did you come to a party that had a stripper in these socks?
I think so. I think Marvell was there.
Where
so listen, I was noodle, y'all. And so I'm salty. So she like she trying her best. I had like somebody should have gave her an accommodation for the length she tried. It just wasn't working.
We had been together for a while then.
Noodle. But see, my ego wouldn't let me be great in that moment because like this never happened to me. So she like,
you need to sleep this crap off.
It's like you just need to. We tried. It's not working. Let's go to bed. I'm laying next to her. I'm beating that thing like it stole money from me. I'm like, boy, if you get just a little bit of life in you, I'm gonna squeeze the bottom and just nothing. I literally stayed up until sunrise.
I went to sleep.
She went to sleep.
I woke up. It was just like, I woke up twice. I woke up once. And he was standing in the window.
In the window.
Looking out the window. Still trying to get it to work.
Still trying to get to work.
I woke up just as the sun was rising. He was standing in the window.
Dead meat.
Still trying to get it to work.
Dead meat.
To no avail.
Dead meat. So the whole next day, I gotta work. I'm at work, freaking out. Cause like this can't be life.
He got to call his doctor.
This can't be life. So I call my doctor. I'm like, hey, my doctor at the time, we was real cool. What up, doc? My doctor at the time, we was real cool. And so I'm like, hey, this is what happened, doc. I told him the whole story.
That he took all these pills.
Drugs.
Drunk all this liquor.
Alcohol. Drugs and alcohol have ruined my life. That's how I felt. So I call the doctor. I tell him what happened. So he like, dead meat. That's what it was, dead meat. So he's like, well, what happened was you overdosed. Hey, Miller. There she go. Wait at her. Oh, so we I'm glad she's here because we about to tell the story about New York. So we So he told me I overdosed. And what he said was because of the amount of narcotics that I had in my system, it allowed me to drink so much that my blood was so thin that it would have been impossible for me to get an erection. So that made me feel a little bit better, but no less embarrassing about the dead meat that was happening. Literally, like I'm working all day with the thought about like, listen, when I get off today, and I did drink a lot of water that day. So I can redeem myself. So that it went down later, but I was dead meat. So that was pretty much a lot of the stuff that happened when we was going to
the strip club
to the strip club. Well, just to Ricky's.
Yeah.
So I think before we get out of here, we're gonna talk about the last strip club we went to. A year ago. So we went to visit one of our dear close friends in New York, and I'm gonna let you tell this one so I can at least have a little bit of my dinner if that works for you. You gonna talk, or we just gonna sit here and they gonna watch me? Don't lean on me. Don't try to manipulate. Don't try. I don't know. I don't care about that. I don't care about that.
We get out of here.
I don't care about that.
So we went for a visit to New York to visit our very good friend, and he wanted to go see all of this
9/11
all of
Memorial.
this stuff. And
I'm a huge 9/11 buff. I don't want to say fan because that's not a good thing to be a fan of.
You should be a fan.
I love all things. I'm interested in all things 9/11. Go ahead.
So we went and we visited all of the sites that he wanted to see and hung out for a couple of days, and we finally made it to a strip club. Wanted to go to a strip club. Our friend took us to a strip club. So it was very promising.
Starlets?
I think so. It was very promising when you enter, because when you enter, you get to see all of the stars that have been here.
Nah, bro, listen. If your blood thin, erections is over. It's over, bro. Listen. If you got thin blood, it's over for erections. So you can forget about it. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So when we enter the club, they have all of these pictures of celebrities that have been to this club, and I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be cracking. So we walk in, and even when you walk in,
and let me say this, I'm with two fine girls. I'm not. I'm with two fine girls, so I look like the man in there. I'm dressed good. I'm with two baddies, so I look like the man. Go ahead. Go ahead. Start it. So we walked in. It was pictures.
You know, a lot of this I don't have because I was
inebriated.
Otherwise,
I help you fill it in.
I just remember going. Well, we get in here, and like even when you walking in, it's like, oh, okay, it's chicks everywhere, and it's the stage is behind the bar though, right?
Surrounded on all sides by the bar.
Right. Did they have more than one?
No.
Stage? It was just the one stage.
Just the one.
So, they had those mirrors. Those mirrors kept messing with me. I kept feeling like it was bigger than it was in there, but I think it was those mirrors. So we in there and we go around. You walking through and like it was packed. It was packed. So we walk through and we at the back of the bar. We find a spot at the back of the bar where we can order and we can kind of set up back here. It's the three of us. And we trying to get
cashed out.
While we waiting for the money though, like the girls are coming over, and like they just come over and open up their booties and put them on you. That's how they greet you. Well, that's how they was greeting him. He had like two booties on his pants.
I'm literally.
I don't know what was happening behind him.
I'm literally.
But like the girls was like talking to us on this side. They was talking to me and our friend, but like I turned around, look at him, and they
That's
was just
so
like
funny.
walking up to him and opening up their butts.
So
and
like
putting them on.
I'm trying to cash out to get the money. While I gave the bartender the money so that the bartender could give me back the singles. But while I'm giving her the money, it's two strippers like opened up twerking on both sides. Like they getting it. And I feel bad, like I don't got no money to give y'all. The bartender behind there like 1, 2, 3. So I'm standing there. I feel like I'm getting these dances for free because I know I ain't got no money to give them. I just tried, so they danced on me for like, I want to say 5 minutes until
waiting for this money.
I got the money back. And then I started paying them, but they were so strategic that they would just walk around and like, even if say this the bar and you facing the bars, you know, we here and we talking. They would like walk behind you and just put they open orifices on you and just start gyrating until you pay the, like it was literally like I'm gonna ignore what's happening here because I don't want to pay you. Not who I want to pay. Like they would just, and then if you would ignore it, she would go grab a friend. And then the friend would come over.
They would jump you.
They would just start twerking, and then one girl would be like, throw it, throw it, throw it, throw it. Like, oh my God.
She gonna get a cheerleader.
If they was dancing on stage, you would have to ball your money up.
And throw it, yeah, to get it to the stage.
Throw it past the bar, past the bartenders, past other dancers that were standing around.
That's why they was hustling so hard.
To the stage. And we just throwing money. Okay, go ahead.
I'm done.
So that was New York. So I think that with our strip club experience and
New York was fun though.
with what we was used to, New York was way different. It was a whole different feel. Than what I had used. It was more like this place called Cheeks Cabaret that I went to when I went to the All-Star game with some of my frat brothers in 2006, which was a whole nother story. But New York, we had a ball. Bro, listen. They strategically knew what they was doing.
Oh yeah, they had a whole setup.
They whole game was to get as much money out your hand as possible. They were like, it wasn't.
Ooh, and they would fight. It was two girls that got into it because
right, I forgot about that.
Like I'm already working him. You need to go somewhere else and go find you somebody else.
I forgot about
they ain't
that.
Playing. They for real.
I forgot about that. Yeah, it was.
So you like the New York booty juice?
Listen. It was different. It was different than what we was used to, but we're stripper connoisseurs, so
yeah.
We
are a fan of the exotic dancer.
We're a fan of the exotic dancer, and in all of its different forms. So we can go and hang out with the snooty foxes, all the way down to the hoes with bullet holes. What is this?
You see you?
Yeah, I don't know. It's being goofy. There you go. Thank you. We're working with a new phone this week. New camera. New York BJ. Did I get a New York BJ? I don't know. New York trip was so dope, man. We had a good time. We probably would have been in New York right now had Corona not hit.
Oh yeah, we'd have been back.
Had Corona not hit. We got a real dope friend that stay out there, and she know how to show you a good time. So I'll go to New York anytime.
All the boroughs. She gonna take you where the hot spots is. Take get
you
the real experience.
Yeah. So I love going out there. We had a good time. We went to to this restaurant, which was super dope. So we get dressed. I got on shorts.
I was really intoxicated in New York.
Was you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to facts.
It wasn't a restaurant though. It was a.
It was, but no, it was a
bar.
I guess.
Club,
I guess.
lounge.
Yeah, but it was a restaurant before.
Or was it in the early hours and it turned into a
So
club?
we got there like literally minutes after it turned into the lounge. And so I had on shorts so I couldn't get in. Moxie Rooftop. That's where it was. So we go in there. I had to go to Macy's and buy $100 khaki pants. I had to buy $100 khaki pants to be able to change clothes to go into this spot, which was
it was
fly.
Up there.
They had shrubbery that, like, some of y'all may have seen the pictures, and I'll repost them so y'all will know what the shrubbery behind the glass was in all these exotic poses. And so the pose that you see her and I doing was mimicking the pose that the shrubbery bears was doing outside the window. People just thought we was just out there wilding, but we was mimicking the bears. But we went, and so I had to buy those pants to get in. So we get in. So we ended up getting this rotating table, which I think we had to, I don't even remember. We had to put down a certain amount of money to be able to get the table, and we had to spend that in food and drinks, and which we had no problem, but we was lit afterward. Man, we had a good time. Shouts out to my girl who always shows us a good time when we come out there. So hopefully once Corona is over, we'll be back out there soon.
Absolutely.
Because we got a lot of stuff we still need to accomplish. We need to find out if they got strip clubs that
and they were fully dressed at the strip club.
Oh, that's right. This is why that's why I brought it up. That's why I was so mad about going to this place. I spent all of this money to go to this place. I didn't even see a titty nipple. Not even a nipple. I could have went to the Onyx on a Friday night and saw the exact same thing that I saw in this place. That's why I was so mad. But we had a good time with great people. But this was not a strip club. This was a cabaret, or what do you call them places? It wasn't a strip club. You have to take something off to qualify as a strip club. This was a cabaret. What is it? Place?
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the word though.
Whatever. So yeah. But it was. It is what it is, man. We had a good time. So I think that's it for our strip club. Strip club chronicles.
Yeah, that's it.
What's we want to talk about next time?
We're doing strip club chronicles now. What we gonna do next?
The toe dip. Yeah, show you proposed. How about you dipping your toes into forbidden waters?
We could do that. That's gonna be real short though.
Well, no.
Well, yeah.
No. You got quite a few. You got.
That's not true.
No. Okay, so you got the whole discussion. No. I'm just gonna go over you got the whole discussion. The whole discussion leading up. Then you got the whole Valerie thing with her dumping us. And
you
then
don't dump me. I don't get dumped.
You got that. And then you got the actual first time. Then you got Chicago. Then you got the chick from New Orleans. You know.
Oh.
I can't remember her name.
I don't know
Then it's quite a bit of material there.
We can do that. That will come.
It'll come right.
What? It will be that and then the cheating show.
Yeah. So that'll work right up to it.
Okay.
Yeah. So Next week
we will
go
talk
ahead.
about
Go ahead.
a few times that I have dipped my toe into the lady pond. I was curious. I should have went to college and probably had a girlfriend before I got my life together, started having kids and husbands and so on.
So
But
yeah.
this husband, when he was my boyfriend, let me just live my best life.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll talk about me dipping my toe in the lady pond next.
And you know
next
what?
week.
We can actually couple that with the parties.
Yeah, we could throw the parties
We
in
can
it.
couple
Oh.
the parties. Yeah. The pinky toe. It wasn't a pinky.
I'm an all or nothing type of person.
You're
Either
all
we
or
gon-
nothing
we
type of
gon'
person.
Do this or we ain't.
So next week, episode 4.
We'll discuss all the reasons why I couldn't have a girlfriend.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about the more promiscuous side of our relationship. We'll cover everything from threesomes to wild swinger parties. Look at that. To wild swinger parties. We done did a lot of things. So we're gonna cover that next week. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us for what? I can't even tell.
Forever.
I don't know. Can you tell on your thing?
Because you
how long it's been?
long-winded. It's been forever.
She always talking about I'm long-winded, but she be like, you should just be talking. Oh, 1 minute. So yeah.
An hour.
So yeah.
20 minutes.
We're gonna try to start getting these down to about an hour. So yeah. So we appreciate y'all hanging out with us next week on Tuesday. We'll be back on Tuesday. So make sure to listen, y'all. Oh, I'm glad I didn't forget. So what we are doing, and I talked about this last week, I believe, and I should have had it pinned, like Julie told me to. Won't you comment?
And when she
comment on the thing.
Comment what?
The name of the YouTube page.
Oh, child. Okay, you just keep talking.
So we want to do these live on YouTube. I don't mind doing them on Facebook, but I think that I want to do it on a more dedicated site to where, somebody's, if you come into YouTube to see our show, you come in to see our show. You not just happen to be some random friend of ours who like, hey, let's go see what they doing, and you think we talking about something totally different, and you get on here and talk about people opening their booties and dancing. So we want to do so we want to do it on YouTube, but we need to get 1,000 followers. So what we doing is we want you to go follow us on YouTube. As soon as we can get done filming the episodes on YouTube, we transform over to YouTube, and you can rewatch them there. But we want to do it mainly there. But in order to go live on YouTube, yeah, it's over there. I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna kill it. Okay. In order to go live on YouTube, you have to have 1,000 followers. So we want to get 1,000 followers. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give $1,000 to one person between the number 1 follower and the 1,000th follower. One of those people are gonna be automatically given $1,000 once we reach 1,000 followers. So we want y'all to like the videos, share the videos, tell people to go like the page, promote the page, share the videos from the page on your page, because the sooner we get to 1,000 followers, we're gonna give out $1,000 on that. And she just pinned it and posted it on the group. So
and once we reach 1,000 followers, then he's gonna start doing a bunch of goofy stuff.
Yeah, so
to himself,
to different different milestones.
We're gonna take him to get his armpit waxed.
Yeah, different milestones. We're gonna do different things. Like I'm gonna get my armpit waxed. I may get rid of my eyebrow. We don't know, but it's gonna be a lot of different things to reach these milestones, because we really want to have All right, Sherelle, appreciate you coming out, boo. We want to get these followers up on YouTube. So share it, like it, go over there. If you ain't liked our Facebook page, please go over there and do it now. Sooner we get to $1,000, sooner we give somebody some bread. So again, we appreciate y'all coming to hang out with us, for this hour 30 minutes as we talk about our business and give it to the world better than anybody else could. Anything you gotta say?
No, I'm good.
All right, man. I'll let y'all in a minute.
See you next week.